I figured, I got up early this morning, went ahead and shut the gate to the millet field. So they were already out in the other pasture this morning anyway, so I got that cut off already first thing. So I figured since Elmo was already up at the barn, since I switched to bush hog and the disc out, probably be a good idea to go and throw some hay out here for him. That way, he'll be distracted when I go through with the tractor. He won't be trying to chase me down again. But that ought to keep him satisfied for a little while anyhow. And there come the donkeys. They're gonna get them a little bit too, I reckon. So I got to get on it. That field needs to be disted up before dark because talk like rain coming tomorrow. That's just my luck. Let's see if she gets electrocuted, because that's right on top of that electric fence knob. It's about time for her to look back at me and say, I can't do this. I'm a dog, she did get it anyway. Now all you gotta do is put it back on without getting electrocuted.
Hey Gus. Hey Gus. Hey Genevieve. What is it? Are you looking?
Well, the disc was too light. I've known I've had a light disc for a long time. I just ain't never had a chance to find anything in the heavier yet. But had some old block and some old fence posts laying around. But if those straps hold together, I think it's heavy enough now that I'll be able to get this distance done and not have to go over it as many times as I was gonna have to begin with. Because I did a little practice lift a while ago and it don't look like much, but there's a lot of weight on the back of that disc right now. Welcome back to day 2. We're going to try to finish up this morning. This other little part of the pasture where the calves are at. Got all the main part done yesterday afternoon right before it started to get dark on me. Then I had a little bit of rain overnight last night, so I had to wait a little bit longer this morning for the rain to move out. But I've got a short window because apparently it's going to start raining again here about 2 o'clock this afternoon. So I'm going to try to get this other part broke, go back and lightly dist over it, get it smoothed out, and hopefully I can get it planted today, but we'll see what happens. And I was out here this morning picking up some limbs and stuff in this other pasture before I break it. And I got to noticing these little things right here. I don't know what they are. Don't know, ain't never seen them before. They just come up this year, it looks like. But the vine they're on is kind of like a little briar where it's sticky. But I don't know what those little berries are that's on there. So if anybody knows what those are, let me know. Because if I need to get these out of here before the cows come back, they hadn't bothered them, I don't think. But you can see how that one right there has dried up and turned into a bunch of thorns. But I don't know what those little things are. But I got a little patch right here, a little patch right over there, and that's about all I got so far. But kind of let's see what these things are. There's some that's still growing right there, but they're growing right out of the ground. So I don't know. They kind of look like chaney balls, but that ain't no chaney ball tree. So I don't know what that is. But if y'all do, let me know. Well, we had a little problem with our breaking plow this morning. It didn't want to get set exactly right. It needs some new points on it anyway. So I went over to my cousin's house and I borrowed his cultivator again with that basket on the back. And I tell you what, I like the way it does better. I got to go back over to the other field I did yesterday and level it back out like this. But I tell you what, this right here does pretty doggone good. I wish I'd done this yesterday instead of doing that breaking plow. That there's actually getting it done pretty good, and it's not so bumpy and clogged up. So I wish I'd thought about that yesterday, because that's doing a whole lot smoother job, and it's doing a whole lot better than what my disc was doing yesterday. It won't do worth diddly squat, even with the logs and the cinder blocks on top of it. I tell you what, I wish I'd thought about that cultivator before I got that breaking plow out yesterday and messed with that disc like I did, because this right here has really done a good job. I will remember that next year, or next time it's time to plant millet again, because this here was a lot faster and a whole lot easier, especially since I got my good help right there. Kind of gives me a little break from yesterday. But somebody's got to go there and do that to the whole field I did yesterday, messing with that breaking plow. But this right here was a whole lot nicer, a whole lot quicker. And I sure wish I'd have thought about that yesterday. But look at him. I mean, you can't ask for nothing no better than that. And he has done pretty much his whole field this way. Of course, up there toward the front, toward them trees, the ground's a little bit harder and didn't do quite as good. But I tell you what, I'm a lot more satisfied with this than what I was with that disc and that breaking blade yesterday. Elmo sure has grown a lot. I don't know what he weighs right now, but he's on up there pretty good. Tell you what, you just see how, when he laid out there, he's a wide old bull. He's too fat. You're too fat, Elmo. Got to put you on a diet.
To sit down because I was sitting down on the other side of the fence. You're a spoiled cow. You're so rotten.
Well, me and Elmo decided we'd take us a break. The only thing we got left to do now is sow the seed, and we got one round already done. So Kim's at her now. She's trying to finish off what's in that hopper. Then we can go to the back and finish out where the other cows are, and hopefully we'll be done for this year. Do need to go back and lightly dist over it, kind of get it in there a little bit better than what it is. But felt like we're supposed to have some rain this afternoon, but it hadn't come in yet. So hopefully we can get all done before the rain comes in. Ain't it right? She still got seed in that thing going. Thought it'd been out by now. I think that field's covered pretty good. Y'all should be alright. What do you think? Right on your nose. Well, we finally got it done. We got all the rye planted and disted in lightly, and everything should be good to go. All we need now is the good Lord to give us a little bit of rain and let it come up. But we finally got it all done. We got the piece in the back for the calves done. We got the other pasture out there for the cows fixed. All of it's sowed, leveled, and just ready to grow. Hopefully it'll come up pretty good this year, and the cows will have plenty to graze on all through the winter. Not have to throw so much hay out. But I am so glad that this part is over for the time being. At least until the winter time's over and the summertime comes back again and had to plant millet. Well, that wasn't too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm the one that broke a knob. Elmo didn't even break a knob when he did what he did. But I didn't know it was still hung on the equipment when I pulled back, and it didn't take long to pop that little thing off. So got a new one on it. Fence is tightened back up now, and I'm gonna get this other piece out of the way. I'm actually gonna take this completely out of the pasture. We're gonna stick it behind the barn over there. I know he's gonna be mad about it, but he don't need to keep pushing to my fence. But while I'm here, I'm gonna go fix them other knobs down there where he's rolled the log into the fence down there. I'm gonna go see if I can fix them while I'm down here and get extra knobs with me. Let's see how long that lasts before he tears it down again. Well, he's liable to do it this evening, but who knows? You can't never tell. Elmo's looking at me. He sees his push toy on the front of this tractor. He's thinking it over, but I don't think he's too happy. Well, there she is. She's in her final resting place. Not a permanent resting place, but just a temporary resting place with the old satellite dish and what's left of the old hog house and a few more little odds and ends back here we got behind the barn. But got a guy that picks up scrap from us once in a while. He probably come get her and what's left of the satellite dish and maybe a few of them old fence posts that ain't too much to use anymore, but that's where they're gonna be for the time being. Well, that's gonna wrap it up again for us this weekend. We got a lot done this time and got the rye planted, everything's sowed, everything's good. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, and I hope it does, because it needs a little rain on it to get to come up. Kim got the grass cut yesterday, got all that squared away. Hopefully that's for the last time this year, because it's supposed to start getting cooler here now. And it was a little warm yesterday. It got into the 80s yesterday, and it's not terrible out here right now, but it's probably in the mid 70s right now. So hopefully that cooler weather's coming, the grass will quit growing, and we can get through cutting grass this year. But I do have to work on the lawnmower a little bit anyway. I'm kind of glad it's close to the end of the grass cutting season, because I got a spindle bearing going to the bed on the deck. I'll go ahead and try to replace the top and the bottom of that, but I got to order them. So I'm going to come up soon. I'm going to try to take that apart, see what the bearings look like, see what the numbers is, try to get them ordered and get that put back together, get ready for next year, and maybe go ahead and change the oil and filter and everything a little more while I got it apart. But I did learn a few more things this year when we were planting the rye. I figured out, for sure enough, my disc is not heavy enough. Tried to get it weighted down. It really didn't do any good. So there's a couple things I need to get. I need to get me a cultivator like my cousin's got over there, but he don't mind me using it, but I just hate borrowing other people's stuff all the time. So I'd love to get me a cultivator like that, and I found out something I really do need is we need to get us another tractor. If we had those two tractors, we could probably have this done in about one day instead of taking 2 days. Because if I can go ahead and get on one tractor and break the land, Kim can get on another tractor, she can cultivate behind me, then I can go right behind her and sow the seed. Then she can come right back behind me on the second tractor and lightly disc it back in. We'd have had it done a whole lot faster. So might be on the lookout for an old cheap used tractor. Don't need nothing fancy, just something to get around here on. So might be looking at that in the future. But again, we appreciate you joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends and neighbors. Leave us a comment. We'll get back to you. And again, we appreciate all you do for us. And thanks for watching and joining in with us. And we hope to see you in the next video.